This was a very good Eurogroup for Greece, and I think a very good Eurogroup for Europe. I'd like to thank the President of the Eurogroup, Jeroen Dijsselbloem, for the way he conducted the meeting and for acting as an honest broker throughout this period to ensure that there was such a good result as there was today. There was an agreement on the fiscal measures and the structural reforms. That is a package of measures that closes the first review, and as soon as we have the prior actions legislated, there will be the disbursement of funds from the ESM. Over the next 2 weeks, the EWG will be working towards the Eurogroup meeting of the 24th of May, where all the various components of the deal and the agreement should come together. So, as you know, the second aspect of the deal, apart from the agreement on the measures, is the mechanism, which is to fill in the differences of opinion about what kind of fiscal surplus we will have in 2018. There is an agreement to move ahead on the Greek proposal. We've already made improvements in that respect from our first proposal, and the EWG will be working over the next 2 weeks to make sure that it's a little bit better and sorting out some technicalities. But it is very relieving for the Greek side that it has now been accepted that our proposal is the basis for this discussion. Secondly, the EWG will be working and discussing over the next 2 weeks to clarify and come up with proposals for the discussion we had on debt today at the EWG, at the Eurogroup, sorry. It was one of the first discussions that we've had on debt since I've been on the Finance Minister. There was a very interesting exchange of views. There wasn't a meeting of minds on all issues, but there was a clear feeling that people were trying to sort this out and to have debt as one aspect of the overall deal. There is an agreement that there should be 3 layers in the debt discussion. The first layer being what can be achieved in the short run, what can start from the moment the agreement is made and the disbursements have been made. A second layer, which is on the medium term, where certain measures will be specified that can be implemented in 2018 on condition that the Greek government keeps to its side of the agreement and completes successfully the program, the ESM program. And then a third layer, which is looking even further. As you know, the maturities of Greek debt on average are about 30 years, so they go well beyond the 3 years of the current program. It is a great relief that we've had this debate on debt. It's a great relief that we're now talking about the specifics, that the EWG will be looking at the technicalities on what can and cannot be done in all 3 layers, and that we should be working to create a situation where Greece can at last turn the corner. Our expectation is that by the 24th of May, given that we've now agreed on the program and the prior actions that have to be implemented, that we have an agreement to fine-tune the mechanism, that those 2 pieces of the jigsaw will be completed by the 24th of May, and there is some expectation that the third piece of the jigsaw, in other words, the debt, will also come together for a complete picture. That is what Greece needs. I think it's what our creditors need. What they need is a feeling, a reality that Greece is turning page, and that the vicious cycle, the vicious circle of the last few years, where we've had measures that have led to recession, which have called to new measures, is over, that Greece has been given the green light from its creditors and from the Eurogroup that signals that the program is on track, and therefore that economic agents can start making their decisions on a much more long-term basis, that savers can start start returning their money to the banks, that consumers can start consuming, and that investors abroad and in Greece can start investing. So I think not everything has been sorted out, but a lot of things have been sorted out, and there is every expectation that all these jigsaw pieces will come together by the 24th of May. Thank you very much.